All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Grantsburg, Wisconsin, where we have a West Lakeland matchup ready for you here tonight. My name is Bob Rombach. Nick Rombach is on the video camera, and a special guest tonight we'll introduce in just a second, right after these starting lineups.
Number 3, Addison McDowell. Number 12, Lauren Hexbell. Number 21, Giselle Reedy. And number 32, Ellie Smith. Now the starting five for the Grantsburg Pirates. Number 5, Megan Schaefer. Number 12, Madison Schaefer. Number 14, Renee Hughes. Number 15, Tracy Chanel. And number 20, Piper Hicks.
All right, everybody, and as you heard the starting lineups, we are just about ready to get this thing underway, and I am, like I said, joined by a special guest tonight. He was part of a bunch of broadcasts last year, and we're glad to have him back. Nick Hallberg. Nick, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm good. I am excited for this game. I'm excited for the Grantsburg girls. They seem to have a pretty darn good team on paper. Webster, a young team. They've got a couple of juniors and one senior, but it will be an interesting night here of basketball. Opening tip goes to Lauren Hetfeld. She's one of those juniors that's kind of the one of the best players on the court whenever she plays. And that ball is going to be out of bounds. What do you think about tonight's game?
I think you said it. You know, I've seen the Grantsburg girls play just a couple of times, and you know, coming into the season, they've their goals are high. So
yeah,
hopefully they can come out tonight and just get a fast start.
A lot of these girls on the state softball championship team, and there's going to be a foul. Oh, no, excuse me, a double dribble. And that's how it's going to start. Turnover on Webster. Quick pass. Piper Hicks gets the scoring started for the Pirates. And it's 2-0.
That was exactly Megan Schaefer basketball right there.
Yeah.
Pushing the ball up the floor.
And Megan is going to get her first foul, it looks like. So foul on Megan. Wolf will inbound, going down. Oh, right between the legs of Smith, out of bounds. Otherwise, had she caught that, there was nobody between her and the basket. She could have turned and had an easy layup. Grantsburg also at full strength. Last game they were playing without like 4 varsity caliber players. So Coach Olson happy that that's the situation now. Megan, feisty underneath, kicks it out to her sister Madison for 3. No good. Madison, one of the best three-point shooters in the state last year. Good save on the other end by Hicks. Schaefer finds the cutting Tracy Chanel. Couldn't execute the finish, but a nice play regardless. Piper Hicks, fade away, no good. Hetfeld over to Smith. And this is Redding. McDowell gets a touch here. And up top, all 5 have touched it. That's Wolf. Webster. Patient, but that time it's knocked away by Madison. Twos comes up with it, and she will collect and get the offense going. Here's Schaefer over on the right wing. Drives underneath the Chanel. That's been there a couple of times, and that time Tracy gets it to go, and it's 4-0, and a timeout called by Max Anderson.
Yeah, so the ball pressure on the one end for Grantsburg, which is kind of unique, having watched their last couple of games. They've been in a 1-3-1 zone, and tonight they're mixing in a little bit of man-to-man, and overplaying everything. I've got Webster down for 3 turnovers already. So.
Oh, wow. And that was what bit Grantsburg against Amory. They turned the ball over. Troy said, I think it was 34 times.
Yeah.
34 turnovers. It's going to be pretty tough. And they missed like 15 free throws, too.
Yeah.
So
Tough to win games that way.
They got right against Frederick. Played a pretty overall good game against the Vikings on Tuesday night. Got the win. Let's take a look. I've got, here's the schedule, the upcoming schedule. And you can see Grantsburg 2-1, Webster 1-2. And their upcoming schedule.
Yeah, you've already commented on the youth of Webster's team,
Yeah.
so it'll be interesting to see who they look to here.
Well, yeah, they broke the press really nicely there, and they have a shot, missed the shot, but a good press break, and they get the putback. Brooke Wolf, one of the youngest, she is a freshman, and she gets the first points for Webster, and then Webster ties it up quickly. 2 baskets with this pressure. Still giving some trouble. Now Megan has a 3-on-1 if she wants it, and she will go to the rack, and she's fouled.
Late whistle there, almost as if.
It did take a beat for that to get called. I was wondering too. 15:36 left to go in the first half, and this is Megan Schaefer. Free throw good. Megan, one of those state champs in softball, puts them both in, and just a heck of a basketball player. This is her sport. She plays, obviously, softball. She also plays volleyball in the fall, but this is what she is very good at. And that one is out of bounds. It'll be Grantsburg ball. Webster pressing again on the inbounds, and it's successful. Wolf again off the glass and good. Nice looking play there by Brooke Wolf. Do that all the time. Madison trying to break the press. Stays in the backcourt, now crosses the timeline. Using a screen from Megan. So Webster really pressuring the Pirates here. They didn't start out with full court stuff, but it's paid some dividends here. Chanel loses the handle, a turnover, and it's taken right back by Renee. Then she gives it right back, and Webster has it. Tapped away by Twos. So if a press is working, why don't they do it all the time? Or is it until it stops working?
Yeah, it's one of those things you don't want situational basketball. So you want to stay in something long enough to have it be effective. But if you stay in it too long, then a lot of times what happens is the other team gets used to that.
Sure.
They figure it out, and then it's not effective anymore. So we always would change it up a little bit, and even if it was working, we would step back from stuff.
Tracy Chanel has a nice game going here.
Yeah, her second bucket there.
Renee Twos takes the ball away. Tries to fire it under to Madison, but Wolf really quick. That freshman is all over the floor. Doing a good job up and down. Into the game came Myra Niles, and now Ellie Tregg. And for Grantsburg, Piper Olson checks into the game.
And what Webster's doing right now is they're basically in a box and one. You can see they're face guarding Megan, number 5. And then the other 4 girls are just playing a zone. So they're trying to take Megan Schaefer out of the game.
You can take Megan Schaefer out of the game, but you can't take the game out of Megan Schaefer. She tracks that one down from behind, knocks it free, and it'll be Webster ball. Schaefer getting the Justin Jefferson treatment now.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, Nick? Packers have anybody who need to be double teamed? No. So Webster back with the ball. It's Redding. Swung around over to Hetfeld. Hetfeld loses the handle. It's picked up and dropped, and now picked up again. Twos has it. She will lead the charge, gets across the timeline, and sets up the offense. So it looks like they put Treg on Megan, and then everybody else is just, like you said, that boxing one. That time it left Renee Twos wide open for three. And I think I should wait to see. I think I've got the replay figured out, guys. Let's give it a shot. Come on. On Megan, and then everybody else is just, like you said, that boxing one. That time it left Renee Twos wide open for three. On, so 11-6 the score. Ball lobbed in. Megan knocks it away. Waits for it to go across the timeline. Picks it up. Dishes it to Olsen. Olsen back out to Piper Hicks. Hicks's jumper. Nice soft touch. And she gets it to go.
That's where Piper Hicks is, she's most comfortable out there. And, it's fitting that Piper Olsen was right around the bucket because that's where she likes to be. So
that's a neat dynamic that these guys are going to have for quite a while. Piper Olsen, a freshman. Piper Hicks is a junior, but there's also Ruby Rango, who's another tall girl for the team. So they've got some height now and into the foreseeable future, which is not a normal thing here in Grantsburg. Well, a timeout on the floor, so we're going to take a quick break ourselves and say thank you to Northwood Tech. All right, back to the action here. A timeout. And now 13-6 the score. Haven't had any free throws yet. Oh, no, that's I'm just kidding, because who had it? Tracy or
Megan.
Renee?
Megan.
Oh, yeah, Megan got it. Nailed it first try. That ball is tipped in the air, nearly intercepted. Scramble at half court. Boop. Bobbled, taken. Oof. And that is going to be a foul. Just got her arm extended. A lot of like those Packer receivers like to push off to try to get open. That's the only thing. Rombach, have a reaction here. Oh, he's not. Are you not even listening to me? He's not even listening. He tunes me out as much as he can. Fine. Well, half you people watching are Packer fans too, so you can be offended instead of Nick. Three-pointer from Schaefer, no good. Rebound. And Olsen, tough inside. She'll go to the line for two. That's the fifth foul, fourth or fifth, on the Tigers. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Yeah. Nick just said they hopes that the Vikings don't let me down this year like they have every other year. Can't really argue that.
I see Peyton Manning's on their side this year. I just saw that.
Is he?
Yeah. He was reminiscing about when his dad played for the Vikings.
Oh, really?
And then he was a Vikings fan. He lived in Minnetonka and all this stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Olsen 1 for 2 from the line. Rebound is Ellie Smith. And the ball is loose in front of the Webster cheerleaders, and it'll go to Grantsburg.
Yeah, Webster's style, I mean, for a young team, it's setting the tone for the night and maybe the future of, the style of basketball. They're athletic and just letting them play. So, they got the 4 or 5 fouls, but all hustle plays.
That one was a miss by Madison. It must have been touched on the way up. Yeah, and they seem like they know what they're doing, too, as a lot of younger players. And what do we have here?
Stepped on the line.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, there have been several close calls at half court, but Can you explain the over and back rule, because it's one of the most misunderstood rules? And was that the correct call?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest thing is all three parts, both feet and the basketball, have to come across into the front court
to
first,
establish.
To establish.
Okay.
Yeah. And then any of those parts, anything that touches the line after that, then it becomes an over in the back. So she just barely stepped on the line.
Okay.
I think the Webster coaches, thought that her heel was up and her heel never touched the floor. So I think that's what he was arguing about. But
that'd be a tough call. But okay, I get that. That ball is mishandled, and Grantsburg has it. Piper over to Renee. Twos. Finds Schaefer. Schaefer for three. That was pretty deep, and she got it to go. Megan Schaefer for three, and it's 17-6, Grantsburg. We've got that queued up if we get a chance, and we will. That's going to be a foul. Are they going to call Piper on that? I think they might. Or is it on the... Yep. So take another look at that three-pointer by mishandled, and Grantsburg has it. Piper over to Renee. Twos. Finds Schaefer. Schaefer for three. That was pretty deep, and she got it to go. Mishandler. Getting it done. That ball is blocked from behind by Piper Hicks, and Megan Schaefer, like a spark plug, takes that pass. I thought she was going to go the whole way. Drops it off to Madison, and Madison is fouled on her shot. Didn't you think she was going the whole way?
Well, she had her sister early, and then she didn't have her, and then, I didn't think the defense stopped her. I thought she'd just go right in.
It looked like the defense was caught in between which one they wanted to do, and that was a bad spot and ended up in a foul there. Fifth foul on Webster. Madison missed her first. Marissa Dearban in for Webster. Dearban, the only senior on the team here from our friends to the northeast. Madison, 0 for 2. And Tragg will track it down. Grantsburg in full court press most of this first half. Lauren working hard. Now a scramble for it and a foul on Megan. I think that's her second.
Yep.
11:19 left to go, 17-6, and it's been a while since Webster scored. They scored those two buckets in a row within like 5 seconds when they got the press going, but haven't done much since.
It's a big foul because she's, now she has 2 with 11 minutes left in the first half.
A misplayed pass, and Madison Schaefer will take the easy lay-in, and Megan is still out there with 2 fouls, so she's got to be kind of careful here. Look at that ball handling by Lauren, and a nice dish. Dearban has it taken away, but a highlight play there by Lauren Hetfeld. Madison there kind of reversed the earlier play, and Megan will go to the line to shoot 2. And that's 6 on Webster. Ellie Smith and Brooke Wolf set to check back in for the Tigers.
The man-to-man pressure of Webster, that kind of feeds right into the style of, especially how our guards like to play, just up and down the floor and use the fundamentals of getting the ball up and down the floor, and they're always looking ahead, so they like to run. So, to see Grantsburg break the press, that's a good thing for them, of course, but that's exactly how they like to play.
Megan 1 for 2. Grantsburg with a 14-point lead here, about halfway through the first half. Here's Hetfeld.
And on this end, they've overplayed just about everything. Grantsburg's overplaying every pass.
What does overplaying
Well,
mean?
just they're jumping into passing lanes, and they're lots of ball pressure. Whoever has it, lots of pressure on her. And then every passing lane, taking chances.
And Rango comes up with that one pretty easily. 2s for 3. No, but she's going to go a quarter of the way around the circle, or halfway around the circle, and get that one. Quarter of the way if it was a full circle. Okay, that's what I meant. So it looks like they're, 2-3 zone now?
Yeah. They still got Megan face guarded here. They maybe flattened it out a little bit.
Okay. And Megan gets
That's her third.
Yeah, not a good foul there for Megan, and she's definitely going to have to hit the bricks now. 9:35 left to go.
And that was going to be the end of my comment, but then the game kind of took over there.
All right. Well, she's not coming out. Well, she might now. Kaylee Moore's getting set to check in. Go ahead, finish your thought.
It was a good opportunity for her to play with 2 fouls early in the half. She's going to have to learn how to do that all year. So.
That one's swiped away by Madison. And a good job by Ellie Treg to kind of stay with her and take a chance, pop that ball free. And Megan's going to come out. Kaylee's coming in. Kaylee, a freshman. So Kaylee Moore and Piper Olson, freshman. Ruby Rengo, freshman. A young team with some good vets, and that's why Grantsburg fans are excited about this, opportunity for a pretty good season. Here's one of those vets to one of those noobs, and it worked out. Ruby Rengo with 2. Renee Tews takes the ball away. Webster able to get it back. Nice pass, tough play, and Ruby gets the block. And he's going to call a jump ball. It looked like it was between 2 Webster gals. At first, it was a Grantsburg player, so we'll say that's when he decided that. Yeah, Whitney Myers also in the game. I missed that earlier. Woo, Kaylee.
Yeah. Young mistake right there, right? Yeah. The ball pressure of Grantsburg and just the tempo is kind of overbearing for Webster right now. So something that they'll have to get figured out.
Treg, not free, but she works hard to keep it alive, as did Ellie Smith there. She tried to save it, but bounced it on the line. So it'll be Grantsburg ball with 8:38 left to go. Grantsburg has gotten themselves a nice lead here, 22-6. Grantsburg coming off a nice win over Frederick on Tuesday. And it ended up being a blowout. It was close early. Tews to the rack. Couldn't get that one to go. 2 players there for Grantsburg. The putback no good from Rengo, though. Another rebound, though, for Rengo. Hetfeld stop and pop. Oh, rims out. And Madison will bring it up. Gets it over to Kaylee. Moore fires it over to Tews. Tews thought about it. Lobbed it. Look at that stretch from Ruby Rengo. Take another look at that one when we get a chance. She just reached back and grabbed it Justin Jefferson style. Nick Rombach, are you enjoying that? All these references? Okay.
Yeah, all good. All the, the speed and the length and just the athleticism of Grantsburg's team so far is the difference. And even when they go young like this, Kaylee's quick, and of course talked a lot about Ruby and Piper already.
Yep.
Young, long bodies.
Yep. So freshman and sophomore come out, and a couple of juniors come in. There's Tracy, a senior now. Tracy's a senior. Man, why? This is crazy. Grantsburg's depth is pretty darn good, too, and that's not going to count as Dearborn was over the line. So that was a 1-and-1. Grantsburg now with 7 fouls. So Dearborn's going to come out. Myra Niles in, and so is Emma Hazley. Lots of depth here. Lots of playing time. I think everybody's been in for Webster. You don't see that too often, but Max Anderson is excited about this team, and I think just trying to give them all some minutes here. Chanel with a nice jump shot. 26-6, 7:23 left to go.
Yeah, I think Tracy's kind of out there for her defense, but she's got 6 points already here.
Wolf carries, so it'll be Grantsburg ball.
So when your defensive-minded players are scoring, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Right. The next break, you can give us like a rundown of the scoring. I'm interested to see because I don't know that anybody's scoring a lot more than anybody else, but
Pretty balanced.
yeah. 2s for 3, says Bob. Eat that. 29-6, a 3-pointer from Renee 2s. Under 7 to go. And into the game for Grantsburg, a new player. Cassidy Trofe. At the next whistle. Here's Wolf. Underneath, tough shot, no good. Rebound. Kaylee Moore boxing out. Grabbing that rebound. That's how you box out, kids, because she is not a tall specimen. 2s side steps. Nice pass. Here's Hicks. She likes that shot, but it's a little bit long. 2s is there, and the bucket is no good. She's fouled on the floor.
Foul.
That'll be 7 on Webster. Let's see, what replay do I have stored here? Moore fires it over to 2s. 2s thought about it. Lobbed it. Look at that stretch from Ruby Rango. Really? Wolf is going to come in. I'm laughing. I'm watching Kaylee over here coming to the bench.
Step over the top.
She just went behind the bench and just, one step over the chair. I'll have to ask her sometime about that. Meanwhile, Grantsburg missed the front end of the one-and-one. Wolf trying to get some position, and she does get the bucket to go. Nice play by Brooke Wolf. And it's 29-8.
And she has 6 of the 8 points.
Oh, right. Piper from inside the line. No, Trofe with the rebound. She was immediately looking to pass, so see if she gets a chance to take a shot here. Chanel, skip over to Hicks. And Schaefer. Megan on the bench with 3 fouls. Grantsburg extending the lead, though, in her absence. Piper with a nice move. The jumper is good. Man, that was a pure jump shot there. I think Piper plays some AAU ball in the offseason, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think she does. I think she puts a lot of time into her game, and you said she's most comfortable away from the basket. The older she gets and maybe the stronger she gets, maybe she'll be more comfortable down low. But
well, thinking ahead, if she wants to, if she's putting this kind of time into basketball, I would imagine she'd be interested in playing at the next level where the girls get taller and stronger, and to have a jump shot at the next level isn't the worst thing for her. So 5:11 left to go, 31-8, and Nick Hallberg is our guest, not our guest. He's going to be a regular feature here when he doesn't have to.
Try.
He's going to try.
Yeah.
Well, you passed the tryout, so whenever you can do it. But he also refs and he also coaches, so all that stuff will factor in. But appreciate you being here. So much better with you here.
Wow. It can't be that much better, but
Rombach just said, "Oh, it is." What a jerk, man! The things he says to me. Wolf, and that's going to be a foul on Grantsburg. I think Hicks going to pick up a foul. 3 new players coming in for Webster. It's Etfeld. Also have Redding, Gazelle, and then Ellie Smith. Five minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the first half. That free throw's short. Grantsburg comes away with it. Renee 2s. No comments yet on the game, so love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear where you're watching from, and if it's a warm place, just, we won't hold it against you. Just know we're happy that it was 32 degrees here. Webster gets a turnover. Wolf picks up the dribble and finds Redding. Look at Grantsburg just always trying to pick at the ball.
Yeah, very aggressive tonight.
And a timeout called by Max Anderson, and he comes out, says, full, sit down. So that's going to give us a chance to say thank you to another one of our sponsors, Burnett Medical Center.
Do you have difficulty sleeping, severe sore throats, or constant snoring? It may be time for you to visit Burnett Medical Center's ear, nose, and throat specialist, Dr. Frojmovich. He works with adults and children to diagnose and treat various conditions of the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. Conditions range from reoccurring ear infections to difficulty breathing and sleeping. Sign up for a better tomorrow with a treatment plan that works for you and your health.
All right, welcome back. We're just noticing there, so Troy Olson, the head coach, but Trevor Thompson kind of talking strategy with the girls on the bench. But Troy, his first year, and Trevor, he was an assistant coach with you for a few years anyway.
Yeah, assistant coach, and he played for me. And
right.
Yeah, so he's. I know he's excited about this team and excited about the opportunity to help.
.429 left to go, 31-8, Grantsburg winning. All right, then. Here we've got some people chiming in. Thanks, guys. Mickey Jepson Johnson says she's watching from Rochester, New York. Not a warm place.
Mickey used to babysit me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's Hyper Olson's aunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Answered, and that should be a foul. So thanks for watching, Mickey. We also have Tim Courtright. Well, that's a great basketball name, Courtright. Courtright, watching from Bram, Minnesota, rooting for the Schaefer girls. Woo woo! Schaefer girls have a lot of people rooting for them. They're good kids and excellent athletes, basketball players specifically, but in all the sports they participate in, it's fun. Free throw is good. Cassidy Trofe with her first point on the 1-and-1. Renee Rombach says, Missy and I are watching from 30,000 feet. Well, hello, dear.
Where are they heading?
They're coming home. They were down in Florida. Renee and Missy were doing some training from Physical. Renee just bought Physical, bought Onstead Therapy Services, and so getting some training on the physical way of doing things. So kind of a nice bonus that it was in Florida in the beginning of December.
Yeah.
But there was one in Minneapolis, but they just went to the Minneapolis airport. Ooh!
Good solid screen there.
Yes. It's got to get called out. Wolf. Treg. Ella back, swinging it around the left side to Smith, and now back to Wolf. 3:22 left to go. Looks like it was a ball control discussion on the bench, maybe. Ooh, tough spot for Lauren to be in there, and she had the ball blocked. Grantsburg quickly down. Renee, two is no. Rango with the easy-ish board, only easy because of her height and athleticism. That one she's got to be careful of, and you could see that coming.
Yep.
Is over the back an actual call, or is it like a body, or what is it?
Yeah, there is no over the back call. I mean, that's not the name
it's
of it.
It's just colloquial. That's how it's shorthand for
it's just
us.
what people call it, yeah.
And then reach-in fouls are not a thing either,
yeah,
right?
Just kind of a block, just phrases that we use for blocks and pushes and things like that, so.
So Lauren Hetfield to go to the line. Oh, no, that's not Lauren. That is Ellie Smith to the line. 2:58 left to go. Grantsburg in control here, 32-9 now. We'll leave that comment up there. We'll let Nick know about it in just a second from Mickey.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Does it have
second free throw.
something to do with All-Star Wrestling?
It seems like it might, yes, actually. She says, the Hallberg boys were not easy to babysit. Earned my money those nights. Hey, Knickers, Nickers.
Yeah.
Oh. Funny.
Yeah, her niece is Piper Olson.
Okay.
Unity grad, and
All right.
her brother and I are pretty good buddies.
Oh, cool. Look at that shot from Lauren Hetfeld.
In fact, we were best men in each other's weddings.
Is that right?
Yeah, put it that way.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Still close today.
Nice. Well, congratulations, Mickey, on surviving that, and he turned out okay. Here is Schaefer. Piper Olson off the bench coming in at the next whistle. Shot off the mark from Hicks. Up ahead, Wolf. Wolf off the glass and good. And she continues to play well. Minute 45 left to go.
Ever since Megan Schaefer went to the bench, the scoring for Grantsburg has dropped off considerably. I mean, she can shoot and then she creates.
Yeah.
And her defense helps create baskets too. And so that's probably to be expected, but.
Well, a nice play by Big Sis Madison on that one. Little underhand layup. And what do we have here? No shot. That's going to be a foul on Grantsburg. And a 1-and-1 here still for Webster. Let's take a look at that Hetfeld.
Unity grad, and
all right.
Her brother and I are pretty good buddies.
Oh, cool. Look at that shot from Lauren Hetfeld.
Unity.
Couple new players in for Webster, one for Grantsburg. Hey, here's Jacob Phillips, old JLP, a friend of the We Are Network for sure. He says, watching from Menominee, hope you and Coach are doing well. Absolutely.
How's it going, Jake?
Oh, man. At the football banquet the other night as Lauren hits her free throw. At the football banquet, Coach Hale put together a quote-unquote highlight tape of the year. Before it started, though, he said, hey, this is not JLP, as Whitney Myers drains one. This isn't Jacob Phillips' caliber of production value, but it was fine. But
yeah, he does a good job.
Oh, yeah, he's doing a great job down at Stout, too. I see some of his stuff. So keep it up, Jacob. You got a real talent there. Wolf for three, trying to answer, and she does. Brooke Wolf. (37-19). Shot is off the mark from Hicks. So Webster with a little bit of a flurry here at the end. Wolf again. No, can't get that one to go. I think Twos may have had a piece of that when she was trying to go up. 9.1 seconds left to go. 37-19 Grantsburg. Of course, this is the first game of a doubleheader. Boys will be next, about 20 minutes or so after this one goes final. Hetfeld off the mark, rebound, and the buzzer sounds. That's going to do it here for the first half. 37-19, and Coach, do you have stats?
I do. Yep. So we can start with the visitors from Webster here. Brooke Wolf's got 11 of the 19. Lauren Hetfeld's got 4. Redding's got 2, and so does Smith. Number 32, Smith's got 2. For Grantsburg, pretty balanced. Megan Schaefer, Renee Tews, Tracy Chanel, and Piper Hicks all have 6.
Wow.
Cassidy Trofe has a free throw. Madison Schaefer's got 4. Ruby Rengo's at 4. Piper Olson with a free throw, and then Whitney Myers with that 3 there in the last minute.
Dang, that is very balanced. I think down at Stout, too, I see some of his stuff. So keep it up, Jacob. You got a real talent there. Wolf for 3, trying to answer, and she does. Job down at Stout.
Yeah, and she's just a freshman, so
Yeah.
She's impressive on a team that struggles to score. To have your freshman be the leader of that.
Right. I like the way she's been playing. I do like the way Webster has attempted to come out here. Grantsburg's a really good team, and but the youth is clearly going to make their mark this year. Coach Anderson told me they were hoping to finish in the middle of the conference this year as these girls start to learn how to play at a varsity level, and if they can finish in that position next year. They do lose one senior, but then they've got all that youth with a year of experience, and they've got a couple of good vets with Lauren and Ellie, as well as Amelia DeWolf, who wasn't able to play tonight, but those are the 3 juniors on the team. So Grantsburg also they're a little bit more balanced with their team. A few seniors, Madison Schaefer, Renee Tews, and Tracy Chanel all start, and then Cassidy Trofe comes off the bench. But then there's Megan Schaefer as a junior, Piper Hicks, Whitney Myers is a sophomore, and then all those freshmen, Ruby Rango, Piper Olson, Kaylee Moore have all played here tonight. There's also several on JV that'll might be starting caliber on other teams in the conference. So Grantsburg looking good for the foreseeable future too. So you got some more comments coming in. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I just kind of thinking about the first half. Now seeing the score 37-19, kind of makes sense to me that Webster came out pressing. Probably something that they thought. Grantsburg, a more experienced team, and if we can't turn them over,
Sure.
Not I don't want to call it a desperation move,
No.
but just coming into a game feeling outmatched maybe, and just feeling like that might be a way to generate some offense.
Getting those extra possessions and things.
And just see what happens. So I think that's a good move by the Webster coach, Anderson there.
Max Anderson,
And then, of course, Grantsburg handled all that just fine, and commented on when Megan went to the bench, things changed a little bit for them on offense. They had 32 points, I think, when she sat down, and
oh wow,
they only scored 5 points in the last 5-6 minutes.
Well, there you go. That's a good strategy. Then go after Megan, and Grantsburg really does have a tough time scoring. And it's not that the other girls can't score, but like you talked about earlier, she really creates defensively. She turns defense into offense, lots of fast breaks, whether it's hers or a pass or whatnot. So she'll come in, she'll start the second half almost surely with, and she'll have those 3 fouls. So be interesting to see if Webster can game plan and go after her a little bit again.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if they put her out there right away. I mean, up 18. They might just see how the first few minutes go.
Yeah.
Like, if it were me, I would probably have her start on the bench.
Oh, okay.
Up 18, protect her until you need her.
Okay.
Type
okay.
thing, if the game starts to get away from.
Well, Webster
Grantsburg,
did come. They had a bit of a run there at the end. I'm not sure if it was. I mean, it might have been 6-2 or 7-2 or something type of a run to kind of at least close the gap a bit for the Pirates. Let's see, a few more comments here. Brady Lowe, one of the super fans here on the We Are Network, says, "Hey Bob, great job as always." Then he said he's watching from home. Thanks, Brady. Brady normally a Unity guy, but I know he bops around. He likes high school ball. You know Brady, don't you?
I do know who he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I know he grew up with and around the Stenberg boys, who are close to me, and
right on.
So.
And then Mike Glenke says, "Brooke the dog. Does that mean anything to you?" I was wondering if that had something to do with your youth and All-Star Wrestling, or if it was just...
Oh, Nikki said something about that?
No, Mike Glenke.
Oh.
Nothing.
No,
I got
not
nothing.
me.
Mike, what the heck do you mean by Brooke the dog?
Is that Brooke Wolf?
Brooke Wolf. That's got to be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Analyzing.
Yeah.
Brooke,
doing my best.
Brooke Wolf. And Wolf is, it's a canine, like a dog is a canine. That's pretty good, Mike.
I think we figured it out.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Brooke the dog. I'm not going to say that because I don't know how she feels about.
Yeah.
But she is playing well. She's definitely a bright spot here for the Tigers at halftime. So while we've got a second, let's again say thank you to a couple of our sponsors here, Northwood Tech and then Burnett Medical Center.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Do you have difficulty sleeping, severe sore throats, or constant snoring? It may be time for you to visit Burnett Medical Center's ear, nose, and throat specialist, Dr. Freumovich. He works with adults and children to diagnose and treat various conditions of the ear, nose, throat, and related structures of the head and neck. Conditions range from reoccurring ear infections to difficulty breathing and sleeping. Sign up for a better tomorrow with a treatment plan that works for you and your health.
All right, I want to take a second to talk to Webster fans and people. Those of you who are watching, maybe this won't apply to you, but maybe you know somebody that could help us out here. We're still looking for somebody to do the home Webster basketball games. And it is a lot of fun. It is not that difficult. We'll get you some good training. All the equipment is ours. You just can kind of learn the system, learn how to do it. It's a lot of fun, and it means a lot to those who are watching it. I did 2, and I'm not expecting anybody to do this, but today I was doing Nelson, which is our primary school. So it's our what we call Little Pirates, and our kindergartners, they had a concert. So I went out and did the concert, and the grandparents that couldn't make it and people out of town that couldn't make it were just so happy. And I hear that all the time, as well, I don't have to tell you, you're watching right now, and you know that it's a great service, and we have great people working, and we've had great people in Webster. We don't have anybody right now. Travis Pike is the guy in the fall, but he's obviously, not obviously, but he's an assistant coach here on the girls team with Max, and Max has done a lot with us, but he's busy too. So who out there do you know that would be a good fit for what we do? You just gotta love Webster. You gotta love the families and what it the community and that kind of thing. If you don't know the sport that well, that's okay. You can pick some stuff up. And don't be afraid of the tech. So we'd love to train you in, and if you know of anybody or if you'd like to take a crack at it, just let me know. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of me. My name is Bob, and you can go to the wearenetwork.com. You can talk to kind of anybody at the school. They would know, Travis would know, or Scott Hafes would know how to get a hold of me too. So that's my pitch, guys. We want to bring this to Webster, their home games. So let me know. Back here in Grantsburg as they come back out and warm up. 37-19 as we head to the second half. What do you see happening here in the second half, or what would you tell each team coach?
Well, first of all, just echo what you just said. I mean, the service that you provide, everybody appreciates that, and the We Are Network is growing. And like you said, it'd be nice to have somebody up there covering the kids up in Webster.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the game goes here, well, Megan is out there, so we'll see how long she stays on the floor. And it'll be interesting to see how Webster now plays defense down 18, if they continue to press, if they continue a box and one on Megan, or if they just work on other things that are going to maybe make them better against all teams.
Sure.
The tempo should probably stay high for Grantsburg, I would think. They'll be pushing the ball quite a bit here.
Well, a nice start for Wolf. And the Tigers, she makes the shot, and that was a pretty crisp play. looked pretty good for Webster coming out of the locker room. Here's Chanel. I think that was deflected. I think it was Gazelle Redding who got a piece of that one. Were you able to pick up what kind of defense Webster was in?
I didn't.
Okay, we'll get it next time. That was a quick possession. Ellie Smith with the ball now on the left wing. Gets it underneath to Hetfeld. Hetfeld trying to make some space. Now she's in some trouble, but gets a shot away. Madison from Tracy Chanel. Megan drives and scores.
That looks to me that maybe they're just playing man-to-man. 2 quick possessions for Grantsburg, so tough to see, but it looked like they were trying to match up there. Grantsburg stays in man-to-man.
Grantsburg.
The 2 games, I mean, I guess I didn't watch a lot of the Frederick game, but that Amory game, they were in a 1-3-1.
Webster comes up empty that time. Twos comes away with it and kicks it back out. Megan might have gotten away with a bit of a walk there. Piper Hicks from outside, no. And the rebound goes to Wolf. Hetfeld. Chanel on her, kicks it out. This is McDowell.
It was a travel, too.
Yeah, that one was a travel, too. So a turnover on the Tigers.
And then they're going to drop back.
Yeah, they're just backing up here. Twos. Some kind of zone.
2-3 zone, yeah.
And it works as they turn over the Pirates. Each team scoring 1 basket. Is that right? 39-21 was it 37-19 at halftime. So a couple minutes in, not a lot of offense generated yet. Redding in some trouble, and it's taken away by Megan, and that's what we're talking about. Her defense leads to a lot of these opportunities. Madison, no. It looks like she didn't quite get the pass cleanly. Might have affected her shot.
Yeah, and by the time she gathered the ball, she had somebody in her face, so it made it a lot harder.
Yeah. Into the paint. Twos takes it away from McDowell. Twos coast to coast. Too hard. And Hetfeld. Redding. Tough task with Hicks on her. But Redding gets it in the low block. Just no real chance here. Oh, she's going to take a shot, though. Can't get it to go. And the rebound is a tie-up, and that will go to Grantsburg. Alternating possession. Back into the game, Allie Treg. And out comes Addison McDowell. Here's Madison, and she is fouled by Redding. First foul of the second half. 14:26 left to go. And Piper Olson will check into the game for Tracy Schnell and Emma Hazley.
The Redding girl has 4 fouls, it looks like.
Oh, that's what it is. Schaefer to Schaefer. Now Hicks. Underneath. Good ball movement. Olsen met, but high off the glass. Nice play from Schaefer. Now Hicks. Underneath. Good ball movement. Olsen met, but high off the glass. Schaefer. Now Hicks. The other end. Webster's able to get it. And again, Megan gets her hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, the last basket by Piper down there, the ball didn't hit the floor, but maybe one time, I think, that whole possession. So, ball movement leads to good shots against the zone.
Reverse layup, Warren Hetfeld. We'll play that replay at the next break here. And again, just passing the ball, not dribbling. Olsen again, and that one's off the mark. Twos, though. Oh, she had it knocked free, but Schaefer is there. Madison. And the pass is errant. Somebody on their cell phone almost got a face full of basketball.
That's a perfect example of make the easy pass. And Megan's there to get the ball reversed to where she wants it, and instead she throws it to, to the stands, I guess. But
Here's Hetfeld. Lobs it underneath. That one's blocked by Ruby. Or Piper. That was Piper Hicks, sorry. It's a collision and picked up by Grantsburg. Megan will take the three. Look at that shot.
I was just thinking a couple possessions ago how selective she's being. She doesn't seem to be as aggressive taking that open shot tonight, but obviously there she was ready to go.
She was ready. Wonder if that's a directive from the coach, if he's trying to get something different in a game like this.
Trying to get it inside a little bit more, it looks like, again. It's easy as a coach to look at the scoreboard and then just feel like you can extend your lead just by getting easy shots. So take the high percentage shots. But Megan and Madison, they got to keep shooting. So.
Yeah, they're dead eyes. They can shoot that ball. Here's Hetfeld. And Treg back to Hetfeld. And Renee Tews, I don't know how many balls she has popped loose here in this one, but she is phenomenal defensively. And a tie up, and this should be a jump ball indeed, and that was Brooke Wolf in on it. Megan looks right, goes left. Piper for two from the left elbow, no good. And the rebound is going to go out of bounds off of Webster. So unfortunate there for Webster. 3 black jerseys, but none of them could come up with it on that rebound. Twos trying to get Piper, but it had to go across the lane. It was swatted free. So I don't know if you saw Piper get disappointed after she didn't get the ball on the last sequence, and then they tried to force it to her there.
Yeah, she's working hard, and she's got good position. And
well, I kind of like that. You know, she's just a freshman coming in, but competitor like 10 out of 10. She just wants to win, wants that ball in her hands. Three-pointer, Renee Tews. 47-23, Grantsburg with a big lead here against the Tigers.
That's Renee's third three. She's really improved out there. You know, she always shot them, but I feel like she's more efficient this year.
McDowell on top. And here's Niles back up top to Hetfeld. And that one's a little too high. Megan Schaefer, Johnny on the spot. She'll take it left hand too hard. Rebound, and it's out of bounds. And a timeout called by Grantsburg. What replay do I have loaded? Reverse layup, Warren Hetfeld.
Zone.
Yeah. Second game of the doubleheader coming up, the boys' game. You guys need help? You need what? Yeah, Pete has the Bluetooth, so I don't know about the dongle. You can ask him. All right. Got a warm-up music issue for the boys, so we had to handle that. It is paramount. I don't think there's anything at halftime for the boys' game this time. Last time we had the dance team out there, and I didn't see until later my son Alex, who's 7, was dancing along in front of the bleachers with the dance team, so that was pretty funny.
How old is Alex now?
He's 7 years old,
7.
and he's like the mayor of the high school. It's bizarre. Is he over there now? I don't know. But, he's basically grown up in this gym or at the field or whatever, so it's like a second home for him. Here's Megan for another 3. That was close. Misses, and Wolf comes away with the board. Dearman trying to get it underneath, and nice scuffle, and Wolf was able to come away with it against Madison Schaefer, one of the best in the area, and that's going to be a foul on McDowell. You think it looked like Megan had a left-handed layup available. She missed the last one, so he went across and ended up getting fouled.
No question she was thinking about that.
A little gun shy.
Yeah, I don't know, the plus-minus type stuff, when certain players are on the floor.
Oh, sure.
Megan's over. The lead has only grown with her on the floor whenever she's been on the floor tonight. So when she got in foul trouble, that's when Webster started to cut into that lead, and now that she's on the floor, it's gone back the other way.
Yeah.
A good 10 points or so again. So she's definitely makes them go.
She is the straw that stirs the chocolate milk. All right. Oh, Kelly Rombach. She says, nope, we aren't there tonight. Speaking about the dance team, Alex was a natural. Yeah. Sign him up. You got to talk to his agent now, though. So precocious. Look at that. Ruby. Oh, almost. Let's see if we caught that. Madison Schaefer. You got to talk to his agent now, though. So precocious. Look at that. Ruby. Oh, almost. Let's see if we caught. And back to the action. Sorry, that dug into. Ooh, and she travels. Went up and came back down with the ball, Treg.
Yeah, another freshman.
Yeah, they're getting some good run here tonight.
Yeah, the future. And they play fundamentally sound, so you can tell that the talent is there. They just don't have the experience or the size, or they're just outmatched a little bit.
Madison finds herself open for 3, and she cans it.
Seems like just yesterday Madison was a freshman.
No joke. That's a fact.
She had her opportunities out here.
Well, she was 3rd in the state for, what was it? Let me pull this up real quick. 62 made threes, was 3rd in the state last year. Pretty phenomenal. And Treg will go to the line with that effort. That's off the mark. Abby Smith, another freshman coming in, and she'll replace a sophomore, Addie McDowell. And that one's off the back of the iron, but it'll be tracked down by Smith. Ellie Smith, a junior. Good hustle play by her. 51-23, 8:43 left to go in this one. And they're going to let Tracy Chanel come in for Renee Tews. Hetfeld, and she'll draw the foul. Well, Megan's done a good job, too, of not getting any more fouls here. 8:41 left to go. She's obviously not in the clear here, but 2 fouls to go. Redding is the only one in real foul trouble, I think. And that's a Webster gal. What a pass. And is it a tie-up or a foul? A tie-up. That was a nice-looking pass into Smith. But Whit Myers was quick and tied it up. Open underneath. Nice inbound play.
She made a nice cut back to the ball there. Looked like she had was heading towards the strong side and then saw that there was a gap there. Made a nice play.
Myers fires it underneath, and that's going to be a foul. Significantly fewer fouls here in the second half. 3 against Webster, 2 against Grantsburg. Both teams were in the bonus. I think just the bonus in the first half. And Megan. Are you looking at Trevor and the official?
Yeah. I don't know how that wasn't a foul, but went right through her.
A little bit of an extended conversation there. Both guys walking away displeased with one another, but that's life in the heat of battle. Tough shot and a nice get there by number 32, Ellie Smith. 51-27. Quick hands by Ellie Treg. They have been hustling the whole time. Well coached by Max Anderson. That one misses the mark, but so you're an official now. So how has that, after being a coach for many years, how did that change perspective, if at all?
Well, just some of the nuances of the game. You know, now you're responsible for knowing as much about those as possible. Talking to some veteran refs, guys that have done it for a while, and they say, well, you're never expected to memorize the entire rule book, but it does feel like you should know everything in there when you're on the floor, but I can guarantee you that I don't, which is why I'm just doing mainly lower level type stuff.
Sure. Lauren Hetfeld with a nice score there. 51-29, 7 minutes left to go in the game. Piper finds herself behind the backboard and ends up getting it to Myers. There's a shot from Megan, no good, and then it's out of bounds off of Witt.
Looking for the foul there again.
Yeah.
She got hit on the arm.
Grantsburg putting pressure on here. And it's going to be an over and back.
Yep.
So all 3 points, so 2 feet in the ball. So she had clearly come down and dribbled
across, yeah. Yeah, I had one of those in a middle school game the other night. It was right on the line, so it didn't look good enough to me to
in a middle school game.
Yeah, in a middle school game too. So
up ahead to Madison. Hit the brakes and she'll fly right by, but she missed the bunny. But Whitney is there for it, and a timeout called by Grantsburg. 6:28 left to go in the game, a 30-second timeout. Gives us a chance to look at the let's look at the upcoming schedule here for the two teams. Webster is 1-2. Grantsburg 2-1. Up next for the Tigers, they host Turtle Lake. So again, we need somebody to help live stream that. We can get you trained in, no problem, by next Tuesday. Grantsburg is hosting Luck on Tuesday, and both games I think are doubleheader. I'm sure are doubleheaders. Then Grantsburg on the road. 4 home games in a row here for the Pirates to start the season outside of that Glenwood City opener. So, and they've got this one somewhat at hand, 53-29, a nice lead for the Pirates. 6:28 left to go. Here's Treg. Nice job by Myers to knock that one free, but Webster comes away with it. Hetfeld with a jumper, no. Rebound. Webster comes up with it. Outside to Wolf. Wolf for 3, no good, and Witt comes away with the rebound. Up ahead quickly to Megan, and Schaefer corrals, and Grantsburg gets back into their defense. Piper Olson, tough shot. No, but boy, she is strong under there. Grantsburg gets the offensive board. Back underneath they're attempted to get it to Olson, but it's sniped by Treg, and a travel on Webster.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was going to call a foul.
Yeah.
Didn't give her enough space. It didn't look like to maybe turn and make a play, but
good pass underneath to Olson off the glass, no good. But that was a beautiful pass by Renee Tews. Almost passed Olson open. That makes sense. And there's a nice play at the other end. Giselle Redding. A couple more.
yeah, Piper Olson getting a lot of playing time to.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of potential.
Nice pass again from Tews to Piper. She couldn't get that one to go. Sometimes you just can't worry about the result as much, but the fact that was there, and it should lead to points as Piper gets used to varsity basketball and just gets a little bit more confidence maybe. I don't know if that's something that she needs.
Yeah, you got to be patient with young players because they're going to look like superstars one night, and then the next night they're going to struggle. So it's what you playing freshman, you got to kind of have to expect that as a coach.
Piper Hicks in for Piper Olson. 3-point shot from Madison, and she gets it to go. 56-31. How many does Madison have now?
She's got 10. A couple of three-pointers.
Look at that. Quick hands from Megan. Yeah, stop and pop. Jeez, she is struggling there, and they're going to call a tie-up. I know she's not going to be happy with a few misses here tonight, Megan, but Abby Smith checks out of the game. It was McDowell who came back in. Two's trying to dump it underneath, it looked like, but that one's knocked out of bounds. 4:13 left to go. Again, boys game coming up after this one. We'll start a whole new stream. So hope you can join us for that one, everybody. Both teams 2-0. Boys teams. Megan for 3, that's no good. Rebound Hicks. Takes a dribble, gets it back out. Back up top to Renee. Two's for 3 again, just misses the front of the rim. Whitney out to Piper. And all the way out to Two's. Two's will drive this time. What a pass, and they're going to call a foul. That was a pass, wasn't it? Looked like it. Or was it rejected?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I think the official kind of got, he wasn't quite sure what he wanted to call, so.
He knew there was something.
Something was there,
Something
yeah.
happened there. Good job by Hicks to let that one go to Megan, and Megan cans the 3. 59. Oh, go ahead.
A quiet 14 for Megan. 14 points so far here.
Nice aggressive drive and one for Lauren Hetfeld. Yeah, that's a nice play.
So far here.
Nice aggressive drive and one for Lauren Hetfeld.
So far here.
By Max Anderson, a 30-second timeout, 59-33. I missed a point here for Webster, 59-33. So have you gotten to see any of the boys' games, the Grantsburg boys' games yet?
I was at the Frederick game the other night. I did show up because I was reffing the JV games over there, and then the girls' game got canceled because of the illnesses.
That's right.
So then I came over here and watched. So yeah, that was, and I did watch the end of the Glenwood City game. I had practice with the 6th grade girls that night and sat over here on the left side for the last 10 minutes or so. But
so how do you handle that? So Grantsburg kind of took care of business pretty easily against Glenwood City. It looked like they played well offensively, defensively, not a lot of, obviously there's stuff to work on, but pretty complete game. Come back to play Frederick, who historically hasn't been great. Not a bad team, though, by any means. And didn't play like they did against Glenwood City. What do you chalk that up to, and what do you say to a team after something like that?
Well, the little I saw of the Glenwood game, I thought the tempo in that game, Glenwood didn't play a whole lot of defense, whereas I thought Frederick's defense was much better than, they weren't making it easy on Grantsburg to score either. So I think maybe there's a little discrepancy there in teams that on that end anyway. But just for Grantsburg, to come back, and then they kind of gutted that game out right at the end. Didn't play their best, and they've got guys in different roles and trying to replace Carson and Zach. And I think those struggles might be seen a little bit early on, and win ugly is okay early in the year.
Yeah,
or any time really, but early in the year you kind of trying to figure some things out yet, I think, and conference game. So the tendencies. Of course, Frederick knew what to expect with us a little bit, probably more than Glenwood City did. So
sure, yeah, of course. It was funny. I talked to Coach Myers before the game against Glenwood City, and he was like, I think our defense will be there. I'm not sure. It's going to take a while for this offense to get there. Then the Pirates put up 76 points and played really well. And after the game, I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, he said, you told me you were going to score 76. I wouldn't have believed you. And then the Frederick game came along, and I'm like, oh.
There it is.
Grantsburg definitely left some points on the board there, or on the floor, but see if they can get it righted tonight. I'm hoping for a really good matchup. Webster, I haven't seen any of their games, but 2-0 and a rival in the West Lakeland. So Hetfeld almost took that one away. They've
got a new head coach, I see. Whitaker is the boys.
Yeah.
Coach, Greg. Yeah. Tim is down in St. Croix Central.
That's right. Harper Hicks for 2. Yeah, I think he came in late last year.
He was the one that replaced.
I think so, yeah. Nice looking play, and it's good for Wolf, and a timeout from Max Anderson. Minute 30 left to go. Grantsburg up by, is that 13? 23, sorry. The other night I was giving Grantsburg 10 more points. This time I gave him 10 fewer points, but it is what it is. Both boys' teams ready to go in their respective corners. Decent crowd here. See the end of this one. I'm kind of wondering if we might see some kids from who played last night? Unity and
Siren.
yeah, Unity and Siren played. So I would imagine there's going to be some of those guys over here tonight. Kind of scanning. I don't see anybody yet. Maybe they're on this side. I can't see them. If nothing else, I would expect to see maybe the coaches come and take a look-see.
Yeah, I always, film is nice. You can watch, and with, this live stream and stuff, you can stay at home and watch live stream games. But I was always, even when that started, I always had this guilty feeling that I should always be in the gym. It does make a difference.
Well,
trying to get a good read on a team to,
I think
to be
I
in there in person.
Talked to you about that thing last year or somebody, and you just, nice play by Hetfeld. You like to look at the demeanor of a kid. What happens when you do this to him? And you can only capture so much. What's he look like on the bench, or things like that. So there are a lot of things that you can't see. That, like, I come from broadcasting, and I'll think one thing, and my wife or my son will say something completely different. That perspective-wise, like, because I'm watching just a certain thing and not seeing everything else. So going to the game. Why did we get a whistle there? Oh, come on, Lauren. Hetfeld in a bit of pain as she goes and is helped to the bench. Oh, just what you don't want to see with under a minute left to go in a game that's been decided. Shoot. So she has her left leg up on the bench. Hopefully she's okay. Maybe just rolled it. We'll finish off this last minute. Troph had it pickpocketed and then going back for it. And who else but Brooke Wolf in and tying it up. Can't say enough about how impressive she's been here tonight as a youngster. (61-38). Get that right on the scoreboard now. Dumped underneath. Tough shot, and Piper's got another block. It's just tough. Down low against these tall girls for Grantsburg. Schaefer is in, comes back out, just trying to take the clock down. Troph. And a foul with 19.4. Actually, there was a foul with about 20 and a half seconds left, but now 19.4 seconds on the clock. Here's Megan with 18 seconds, and Wolf will come out on her. Madison over to Troph. Under 10 now. And final score, 61-38. Grantsburg gets the win. What are your final thoughts on this one, and maybe some stats there, Coach?
Yeah, it's got to make Coach Olson, Coach Thompson happy to see the girls come out and pretty much right from the start they were in control of the game. So that's good to see. And playing a young, scrappy team like Webster is not an easy task, because if young teams that have fun, they're fundamentally sound, they've got some skill. If they hang around long enough, then the game can get interesting. So a good game for Grantsburg to come out and handle the press and just kind of set the tone early. And then they just kind of stayed there, up 20 pretty much the whole game. So in terms of stats, from Webster, Brooke Wolf, freshman, scored 15. Addie McDowell had 2. Lauren Hetfeld, the junior, had 11. Giselle Redding had 2, and Ellie Smith had 4. For Grantsburg, Megan Schaefer was the leading scorer with 14 points. Madison Schaefer had 10. Renee Tews at 9. Piper Hicks at 8. Whitney Myers with 5. Piper Olson with 3. Tracy Chanel with 6. Ruby Rengo with 4. And
Wow.
Cassidy Trofe with 1.
That is a lot of different people scoring and really
Every-
good distribution.
Yeah, everybody that played scored.
That happened against Frederick too. Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
So Trista didn't get into the game, but in this one, but the other girls that played, they scored. So.
Fantastic. Well, that is going to wrap it up here. We're going to get set for the second game. As you can see, the boys are out warming up, and that is going to do it for us. So for Nick Rombach on the video camera and Nick Hallberg on color commentary, my name is Bob Rombach. Did I say Nick Rombach? Nick Hallberg on color and Bob Rombach on lead, I guess. Boys game next. Thanks for watching.